All right, guys, we're back in the shop tonight, and I've got some bad news. Let's take a look at these carburetor bases and these throttle shafts. So let me just explain here what's going on. I've got 3 throttle shafts here, billed as being for Holley 94s from Vintage Speed, Charlie Price. A lot of people know that name. I've got the base from the ECG. I've got the base from the ECG6 and ECW, and I test fitted the throttle shafts. Not a problem with being 5 thousandths oversized. Fits really well as far as it's spinning, and won't be a vacuum leak, but you can tell that the holes do not line up. You can tell for some other footage I've got here when I tested these out the other night. What I've done, I've dug into my stash to get the smaller bases, and the throttle shafts fit very well. And that's what they're made for. These larger ones, it's not going to work. Well, the best laid plans of mice and men. I've got a shaft here from Charlie Price, Vintage Speed, and I've got the bore ready to go to receive the shaft that's a little bit oversized. Not a problem there on fitment, but you can tell when I get this to the end, and that's where we're going to screw on our lever, you can tell that the holes do not line up for the butterflies. As a matter of fact, this is pretty bad. I center it, and you could tell there's no way that's going to work. That's offset as it can be. So what is the problem? The problem is this shaft is really made, and I guess there's enough here difference made for the smaller one. And you can tell that this one here will line up. And this is from Holley 94, that's 8BA or an ECG5. This is an ECG6 or ECW basis. So I talked to Charlie Price down in Florida. He says he doesn't sell those throttle shafts that would fit the ECWs and the ECG6s anymore. Located another guy in New York, also named Charlie Schwindler, and he said he can make them. But you can see from right here, it's a lot of money. I just can't believe too, $20 shipping. These things are so light. This is what the package was sent in for the 3 throttle shafts, and it's just 9 ounces. 9 ounces. I'm not paying $20 for 9 ounces to be shipped from New York all the way out here to California. That's kind of crazy. $50 for the brass stock. Look, I get it though, it's custom parts, but I'm not paying $265 just to get throttle shafts in these better carbs. Live and learn. Boy, I should have taken a hard look at this before I disassembled everything and got all of these parts together. As you can see right here, we've got the show on the road. So what I do have, and I'll show you these, I've got a mess of cores. AA1s, 8BAs, Holley 94s, from flatheads to the Y block in 54, also in 55. I've got a box of Holley 94s over here as well. It's got various parts, air horns, fuel bowls, everything else. So we're going to do our best to get all this together. I apologize because this is going to take much longer than what I expected. And I guess that's the way the cookie crumbles. I don't know if you guys like my shirt or not. I'm going to get out there, smoke myself a hog or some brisket or something and get in a better mood. But this is a big letdown here. I thought for sure we were well on the way. And if you guys know of anybody who has the right throttle shafts that will put, the links are fine and the diameter's fine, but we'll put the butterfly plates where they need to be in their bores, let me know. And just drop a link in the comments, or maybe if you want to email me, dan.jessup@hotrodreverend.com, and try to figure this thing out. And I won't have to pay $250, $265 just to get the throttle shafts. Now, we haven't talked much on this 3 Deuce build on price and what all this costs. Now, the kits generally run you $30 or so a kit. You think about that for 3 carburetors. I did buy jets, by the way. Let's take a look at these. So I've got jets that came in here, and forgive me for not remembering exactly the size. My brain's a little bit fried, but you can tell I've got more jets than what I need. I got a couple different sizes. We're going to go with a primary carbs, and this is progressive linkage. That's a little bit larger jet in the middle, and then the two jets for the secondaries be a little bit smaller size there. I think 48, so don't quote me on that. And then as well, I've got the plugs here that we're going to use for the fuel bowls to plug the power valve or take the place of the power valve on the secondaries. We will have a primary power valve here. I believe I've got 5.5, and we'll kind of go from there. So this is kind of racking up. I'll keep track of all this for you guys and kind of put up a little bit of a price sheet so far, what's going on to get this all together. This is an Offenhauser intake. It's not the best, but cleaned up well. I hate the fact I spent so much time porting, which now I'm not going to need because I can't get the right throttle shafts. These things are a bear. Of course, we're dealing with 50s tech when guys are first making 3 Deuce setups and everything, especially these carbs. I think in 56 and 57, these larger bores finally came out on the Y block. So I get it. It is what it is, but I got more work ahead of me, guys. Now, some of you guys may be asking, why not just use this small base with the fuel bowl that you've already got rigged up? Remember something here with these fuel bowls. These, all 3 of them, they have this vacuum passage that leads over here to where the power valve chamber is at, okay? This right here lines up and it covers this part right here, this meat, covers that vacuum passage so that there's no vacuum leaks. The smaller bases, I'm going to put this on here and kind of just show you, come around. You can tell where that vacuum passage is wide open. That is a problem waiting to happen. Now, I could seal this up in some form or fashion or do something there, but I really don't want to have to do that. What I might end up doing, maybe, if I end up using this, which still a possibility, I know. Maybe I could plug this vacuum passage here. That one just goes straight down, and if maybe just some JB Weld or PC7 epoxy, what could happen is that later on I could drill that out if I use this for another carburetor. Issue is going to be not on the secondaries. I could plug that for sure, but on the primary, I would have a tremendous problem. So kind of going to think this through, see what I can't do. Maybe I will use these secondaries and plug up these 2 on the ends, and then the primary, get another fuel bowl and another air horn there so I won't have any leaks. Wow. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I know it's been busy. I was out of town in Yosemite. If you guys haven't checked out that video, hope that you will. Had a fun time out there with the family. I'm trying to get back to work here in the shop. It is a pain in the keister when you don't get the parts you need or they don't fit right, all that kind of thing. It just kind of sets you back, especially if you guys are at it full time like myself. You come in at night to the shop, you want to have what you need to get the job done, and then it's just delay after delay after delay. So hopefully we'll get things rolling here and won't get backed up too far. If you haven't seen it yet, take advantage of the Y-Block build, the video series there. I will do my dead level best in the month of July to get back up to Tim's. Tim's been doing a lot of great things. I'll leave a little clip here of Tim honing the cylinders. You can see that there. Tim sends me some stuff every once in a while, but I know it works out best if I can get up there to a shop. I know you guys like that. You guys have some requests about seeing some of the gear up there. Maybe look at some other pieces of equipment. You want to look at the crankshaft grinder, how that goes as well. So thank you guys for subscribing. The channel's continuing to grow. Join us each Wednesday. Wednesdays in the Word. Check out Tooltip Tuesday whenever it pops up. But thank you guys for your support. God bless you. We'll see you on the next one.